We are so excited to have you tonight. Firstly, I want to thank you so much for joining us for the Valentine's Day AATP Open Mic Virtual Cafe. Tonight, I am your host, Tyler Tate, and I will be guiding you through these lovely pieces. We have some pieces lined up for you that we know you all are going to enjoy. We've got some poetry and some monologues going on. So we hope that you all can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Up first, we have Aaliyah Brutley, and she's going to be performing Dear Black Man by Ernestine Morrison.
Dear Black man, I had dreams of one day you holding my hand, walking me down the aisle and giving me off to another Black man that you saw fit. High hopes that you would escape this system's fucked up grip. You were supposed to be the first man I loved, the first man that loved me. But how can I expect you to be in my life when you don't even know how to be in your own, snatched from your home, chain whipped and stripped from every piece of truth, culture, and knowledge that you have ever known? Dear Black man, my heart bleeds for you. My heart bleeds for the little Black boys who never got the chance to become men. See, when you were a little boy, you weren't always taught to love because you were forced to work. Couldn't fathom the idea of receiving love because before you hit puberty, your hearts and hands were already filled up with so much hurt. Dear Black man, my heart bleeds for you. My heart bleeds for little Black boys whose childhoods have been robbed with no probable cause, to little Black boys who no longer believe in Santa Claus, to little Black boys who have been mentally enslaved, incarcerated, sold, shot, chained, and whipped, to little Black boys whose innocence has been stripped. I bleed for you. Dear Black man, you come from gold, diamonds, kings, queens, and pharaohs. Can't wear your chain too low in the hood because then you're looked at as a stunner. But my heart bleeds for the Will Browns of the world who couldn't enjoy a blue winter because in Omaha they suffered a red summer. See, my heart bleeds for George Stinney, 14 years old, 90 pounds, wrongfully accused of murder because he didn't have the complexion or the protection and was sentenced to death. Sat on the Holy Bible, but dear Black man, when lifted by the Spirit of God, your soul they can't defeat. Dear Black man, I'll gracefully paint an image of your face in the sky with the colors in my mind, just so your royal legacy doesn't become myth. But those colors fade into shades of gray when I think of Abram Shipp and Thomas Smith dripping with hues of blue. When I think about James Cameron, who escaped with a fucking noose around his neck, dear Black man. I know it's hard to find truth in who you are. Since the day they snatched you off your thrones, you've had to fight for your self-worth and respect. Dear Black man, I need you to know that you are the perfect definition of love, the type that makes the world spin. Dear Black man, you are the perfect definition of love, the type I have been searching for my entire life. The perfect synonym of worthy, virtuous, good, true, upstanding, high-minded. Dear Black man, don't let this villainous, corrupt system keep you blindsided. See, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds for Trayvon Martin. My heart bleeds for Shawn Bell. My heart bleeds for Oscar Grant. My heart bleeds for Kimani Gray. My heart bleeds for Amadou Diallo. My heart bleeds for Kendrick McDade. My heart bleeds for Mike Brown. My heart bleeds for Eric Garner. Dear Black man, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. Dear Black man, guide a little Black boy so they can find their way back to being kings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah, for that powerful piece. That is a very necessary work. Thank you for that. Next, we have Christian Davis, and he will be doing a monologue entitled A Still Small Voice by Dean Button.
Don't ever tell me what I feel is wrong. Do you hear me? Why shouldn't I feel this way? I'm just reacting to what I've seen, witnessed all these years. The same scenes, the same battles. I'm right and your father's wrong. No, I'm right and your mother's wrong. You stand there and say them same things to me and expect me to feel loved? Well, I don't. God, I don't believe this. Maybe if I believed it, I'd feel it. Because shouldn't love feel different? Shouldn't love feel good? This may sound silly, but I have a responsibility to myself. And if it's silly, to want to learn how to create my own happiness, not expect anyone else to do that for me, I guess I plead guilty. But if Kate and I get married, it'll be because we love each other, not because we feel some terrible loneliness, some horrific fear inside of us. And it won't be for the simple fact that we're incapable of taking care of ourselves. Love, marriage, God. We make all these deals, arrangements. But what a weird way to define love. That's not what it's about. Not for me, it isn't.
All right, Christian, you better act. Okay. Thank you so much for that. That was nice. All right. Coming up next, we have Shawn Bentley. And Sharon will be performing an original piece. And the title of it is Feel Away.
Say you just being you. Your work speaks volumes, speaking my language and hers too. You must be the love guru or just too good at what you do. But that's the gag and why I don't, because you can't fool me with your silver tongue or the puns you make. Back away before you can take parts of me you can't return and you simply did not earn. So when you speaking to me, that language like you some kind of love Jones, just know that my heart is made of stone and that silver you spit just won't break through. Been through too much to lose out to you, playing your silly games of what you think is love. I just feel like, am I not what you had in mind? When you got lost in your thoughts building the female form, but my body doesn't curve like hers, nor does my voice sound the same. You tell me to be quiet when I scream your name. I should have spoke up. Told you I wanted more than that weekly beating between the sheets, but you too busy dipping and dabbling in the streets, chasing a game that ain't got shit to do with you and me. But that's what you want, right? Silence while we fuck so you can count your stacks and not even pass me a couple bucks. So scared that somebody will turn their back on you. Is that why I only lay on mine? See, I think we had different visions in mind. I want to meet your moms and chop onions while I talk about her son and how he treats me like I'm the sun and my aura, the rays that light his world. But instead, he treats me like I'm the flames that torched it. A temptation not meant to be unmasked. I am more than a piece of ass. You'll learn one day when I walk away and your world will once again turn black because I am the sun and the rays. A fact you never learned because you never saw me during the day. Instead, you waited till night when my powers diminished and I am lost without my light. A fight between my heart and your mind, I'll never win. But nah, I ain't feeling away. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Yes, you are absolutely right. You are the sun because with that piece, you just shined so bright. Thank you so much, Sharon, for that. Coming up next, we have Aaliyah Compton.
Wine turns to water when the sky is full of stars and the wind kisses us gently as we dance till our feet no longer feel the ground. Nights turn to days. Goodbyes turn into good morning kisses. Maybe turns to forever. We can explore every inch of this earth together until time runs out and our souls are left to wander aimlessly until we reach our next lifetime. Pressing restart and starting off as strangers. We find each other again, curious of where we left off. Forgetting the bittersweet taste that left us out in the open, ready to give ourselves another chance to feel whole again. Drowning, into each other's eyes until it becomes hard to breathe, and we sink to the bottom unaware of what lies beneath. Will it be the fear of finally looking away and coming to terms our souls aren't meant for each other this time? Or maybe the euphoria of knowing this isn't the end of our forever. We'll breathe again, dancing until the wine turns to water and we can't feel our feet touch the ground.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah. We always love your participation in our projects. Very powerful piece. Thank you. Coming up next, we have Jahi Bogard.
Hi, my name is Jahi, and I'll be doing a poem that I wrote titled Black Love Poem. I hope you enjoy it. You are a black love poem. Letters blanket your teeth like graffiti. Hip-hop rhythms be found in your gums. I wish they played it on the radio. Loud on stereo, stereo on loud. The way your rhythm moves me, I know why the Temptations weren't too proud. Cause when gums start bumping like the back of Cadillac trunks, my heart starts thumping, jumping. Make my body a living juke joint. Forget all your worries inside me. I see myself in you, no Siamese. I mean, your God-given story tattooed on flesh bears a resemblance. I think it's your black. I think it's your queer. I think it's the fear. The origin of the lies your kin wants to hear. I recognize the sound. It grounds. Call it Ed Dwight. Never quite reaching the stars, knowing full well you go beyond them. Cast their ignorance in the full well. You go beyond them. Fuck them. This poem is about you. You are my black love poem. You are music while I clean the house on Saturdays. Cocoa butter kisses on Sundays. Mama's acceptance on some days. You are a black love poem. My Congolese song. Cocoa lips touch like palms. Ooh, that feels good. Cocoa hips touch like palms. Who told God he could put heaven in the physical? Your spirit enters my temple. Call it carnal sanctification. And who would have thought I used to hate going to church? You are a black love poem. May your stanzas never end.
Thank you so much for that piece, Jahi. It's always a pleasure seeing you perform. I got to see you in your show, but it's good to be able to see you again in this project. We appreciate you. Up next, we're going to see a duet performed by Sydney Edwards and me, Tyler Tate. We're going to be singing Written in the Stars from the Broadway musical Aida.
To tell you we can never meet again. Simple, really, isn't it? A word or two and then a lifetime of not knowing where or how or why or when. tell that someone whom you loved so long ago so well?
If I wonder what I feel when living shuffles by, you don't have to ask me, and I need not reply. Every moment of my life, from now until I die, I will think or dream of you and fail to understand how a perfect love can be confounded and out of hand. Is it written in the stars? Are we paid for some crime? Is it all that we are good for? Just a stretch of mortal time, or some God's experiment in which we have no say, in which we're given paradise, but only for a day?
Mary the Princess Radames, you can help my people. Don't you see? This might be our chance to do something important. Nothing can be altered. There is nothing to decide. No escape, no change of heart, nor any place to hide.
Oh, you are all I ever want, but this I am denied. Sometimes in my darkest thoughts, I wish I never learned what it is to be in love and have that love returned.
Is it written in the stars? Are we paying for some crime? Is that all that we are good for? Just a stretch of mortal time,
or some God's experiment in which we have no say, in which we're given paradise, but only for a day.
Thank you so much, Sydney, for joining me and singing one of my favorite, one of my favorite Broadway musical duets. I appreciate you joining me to do that. Thank you all for joining us for the Valentine's Day virtual open mic. We hope you enjoyed the performances. Here's a sneak peek of what's in store for the AATP.
Hey folks, this is Sydney Edwards, Director of the AATP, here to share our exciting spring projects with you. Join us on March 13th for Black Wild, a creative justice mixtape. Find more information at www.louisville.edu/theaterarts. Hashtag When Social Justice and Social Media Collide is this spring's AATP main stage production. It premieres on April 15th. Please consider giving to the AATP's Scholarship Fund. We are commemorating the 28 days of Black History Month and the 28 years the AATP has been thriving by asking for gifts of just $28. Information at louisville.edu/theaterarts. Hashtag GiveBlack28.
Thanks again for joining us. Please remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Happy Valentine's Day.